That fly. Where is that fly? Hello. It's Friday the 13th of November, and I thought that I would show you how things work in here. I now have a chair. I have my music stand up, which is good. Actually, I've started to, just sit and read music again. I think it's probably good for the brain. Anyway, I have power coming in from the van into this connection here. So I'm charging phones or anything really that can go into either a SIG socket or a USB. So we'll walk that way and I'll show you what's what there. So into the mouse house. Oh, look, how much is that dog in the window? Bow wow. Anyway, so the lead is coming from one of my SIG sockets up in here, and I had this lead made, so it's good strong cable. So it's SIG socket to SIG socket, and I think I had it made something like 12 meters long, which is really good, so that when I'm in here I can also plug in a 12-volt vacuum cleaner. There's probably different lights that I can plug in, and it saves me using this battery here all the time for charging my phone, which is great, but then I have to take it and recharge it in the van. So I've missed that step by having the 12-volt come in to the van, to the tin house. Okay, look at the sky now. You wouldn't believe it. It was stormy a little while ago, and super duper windy. Oh, look, it's done. My friend Ra and I, we did the first half to here, up to the pole there, and then I just couldn't help myself. I just had to do the rest. And I actually had to dig up some half bricks because I'd run out of half bricks around the place. But isn't this good? So this is my, I don't know what you call it, trellis space, tank space. It's where I have an outdoor shower, but not in this sort of wind. So let's start from the back of the block this time instead of the front, and see what else has happened apart from that paving. Okay, there's a little tree here, a red flowering gum that's doing quite okay. You see that little thing there? One day that will be a big tree. I've mowed quite a big area over here, and I've called this the Grove because it seems to have a few trees of different sizes, different shapes, and both deciduous and evergreen. That's it. So now I have this lovely cleared area. This is a new plant from my friend Ra the other day. This is Australian Christmas tree, Christmas bush. Beautiful little flowers, look. So I guess it flowers close to Christmas time. So that'll be lovely. Look at the wind. So the wind is coming from the northeast, and quite strong, as you can see. Hopefully, now that I've got this rigged up with the mic adapter, it's not so bad and you can actually hear me. Oh, look. Look what we've got here. We have a little flower on a cucumber, and this pumpkin here is doing quite okay. I'm very happy about that. I've just made a soup, and from this garden here I picked a lovely beetroot and one of the Japanese turnips to put in the soup, as well as kale and silver beet and carrots. So it's all going quite well, isn't it? This little garden's been refurbished a bit. I put in some turmeric tubers. So I bought them at a supermarket, so I don't know if they'll work, but they should. So in the back of this garden here, that's what there will be. And in the front, these two little clumps, they're Jerusalem artichokes, otherwise known as fartichokes. The wheat field is growing very well. It's quite pretty, isn't it? But in amongst all this, I planted the cosmos and they're doing really well. Just have a quick wander around this way. It is a bit dry, which is unfortunate. And this morning's rain, well, it was nothing like closer to the coast. I think they got a real downpour, where here, inland a bit, we got some. A little bit. So the bricks that were all here around my oak tree, well, I've used all those. And the little oak tree standing out by itself now. It's got to get a bit tough. I think it'll be all right. And these, that I didn't know what they were last time, I think they're actually buckwheat. Is that a possibility? I see the nasturtiums at the bottom. But these taller things, I'm not sure. See, it came in a mix and it didn't say exactly. We'll have diagrams about what things would look like. The sunflowers, they're all doing really well along here, and several things are growing on here now, so that's really good. Hey, yeah, the other day I looked out, oops, that's a nasty weed, we'll pull that out. Looked out and there was a woman an elderly woman standing by my letterbox, and her husband, an elderly gentleman, was taking a photo of her. So I went out and said, "Oh, are you Santa Claus? Am I getting my present a bit early?" And they laughed and they were nice. We had a bit of a chat, and I asked them if they'd like to come in and have a cup of tea, which they did, and it was really lovely, and they enjoyed being here, and I took a photo of them sitting on the veranda and sent it to them. So that was really nice. I mean, a stranger is only a stranger till you really say hello, and then pretty soon they're friends, aren't they? Anyway, they were lovely. So that was Bob and Dora. So if you see a picture there of a couple on the veranda, that's who it is, Bob and Dora. This is looking nice. Look at this, the fruit trees. We didn't look at them last time. So, very colourful here. Look, with the poppies and the cornflowers. This is a nectarine tree, and I didn't do so good. I think it might have suffered from that late frost. The plum tree is doing a bit better. It's actually got some little plums on it. And I've covered them not so much to protect the fruit, but to stop birds from landing on the branches, because they're young. And I don't want them to snap off, so we're deterring birds. I would like to have one big tunnel along here, to tell you the truth, to go across all of them. But right now this is working. The olive tree, this little tiny olive tree, is now getting olive flowers. I notice these are, whoops, stay still. These are olive flowers, so I guess there's going to be olives. And the almond, you've seen the almonds. There's still a few on there, because since last time we spoke, we had hail, and we had 3 or 4 lots of hail in one day. So some things got knocked off and some things got marked. This is my Granny Smith. See, you can see on here, it's a bit pitted. That was from hail. Didn't expect hail, did we? These are gala apples. Cherries. A lot of the cherries fell off, but you can see there are some cherries. We'll go in underneath. We'll go undercover. These are the cherries. Oh, and there's quite a few up the top here too. So we may still get to taste the cherry. Today I've done the outhouse job, and this was the first bay, which is now a year old. So a lot of the top stuff I've taken and put it in the second bay here, and what's left at the bottom here is quite good for mixing with other things. It's good. There's nothing in there anymore. Actually there was, look at that eggshell. But anyway, so today I've done the bathroom, and beautiful and clean, no odour whatsoever. And because the worms are doing so well, every time I empty the toilet bucket and add all the compost at the same time, I also add a shovel full of vermicast worms. And I found that this doormat on top of cardboard, I don't know, they really seem to like it. Since I put that on, I've had so many more worms. And look, underneath there, and then underneath the cardboard, look at this lovely stuff. So this is what I'm adding now, this with worms. Hello worms. Very good. Okay. And the other side has the more recent veggie scraps. So they'll go from one side and then they'll move over to the other side, and then I have, you know, access to the vermicast. So mid-month, the 13th of November, everything is doing well, and I finished a very big job. Oh, did I tell you what's planted in here? There are a couple of gourds in there, and in here I planted 4 tomatoes that are unusual leaf, and they're called Doucher Fleiss. That sort of sounds German or something, doesn't it? And this, I bought a passion fruit. So that'll be nice. That'll come up the side here and be beautiful. You know what? I really am going to have a cup of tea, because I was going to have a cup of tea before I started this. I thought, no, the sun's out. Let's go for a walk. Let's talk about something. I have so many veggies. It's really nice. So I made a nice dal and a soup because it was cool. So I'll show you what that looks like. So this one, that's the dal, slow cooking. Smells good. And this is a soup with beetroot, turnip, potatoes, carrots, all sorts of things, all from the garden. And is the kettle boiling? Just about. Would you like a cup of tea? Okay, till next time. Bye.